Hey everybody, it's Vallen from Mischief of Mice, here with an episode of This War of Mine. I figured I would give this one a go. It was one of the items that was in the Humble Monthly as one of the special items, and it looked really interesting to me. I did try this out, and I have to say I quite like this a lot. A little warning up ahead, there is a bit of vile language and, well, it's very dark stuff. It's very realistic in my mind as far as games go, with how refugees try to survive during a time of war when their city is completely being destroyed and occupied. Just how people can try to group together and fight amongst each other to survive. It's got a lot of elements similar to Don't Starve in a way, but it lacks the humor. So, now that you've been forewarned, be aware this is more mature content, quite possibly up ahead. But I hope you enjoy. I'm going to do a little preview/review of This War of Mine. Day 1. Now, I'm not exactly sure how many days you have to survive. I'm guessing it's about 40 or so. I believe that's what it was for the normal difficulty. I could be mistaken, but you can actually change that. There are mods available, lots of different things you can actually do with this. And you can see we have our 3 people here that grouped together. They each have their own personal history, and a lot of emotion is involved in this. This is our shelter, I guess you could say. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. Katya met both Pavle and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter, while Bruno had his own television cooking show. Pavle was the star of the local football team. Katya even interviewed him once. Now they meet in dramatically different circumstances, looking for food and shelter. So I'm going to get these people to work straight away on some stuff. Let's have, we've got a workbench here, but I'm going to have him actually see what kind of items we may have. Because I'm not sure if we have any items whatsoever. No, we don't. We have no items. We've got our things. It's a blank slate. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to start just searching around. I'm going to have him check there. This person is going to try and bust open this door. Here we go. The first person found a whole bunch of stuff. We're just going to grab it all. And we're going to have this person here go down there. And then we're going to go back up. So you can see, first thing, day 1, we need to get these people into as much stuff as possible. There is a lockpick up here, but... Oops, I ended up clicking the wrong spot there. Alright, well this person found some good stuff. Food. Gonna need food. That's not gonna be much of a resource, but we'll see what we can come up with here. Alright, I'm gonna have you go check out this area. And you can... let's try... grab all. Alright, excellent. Have this person try opening that door. This person go check this out. This person go to the workstation. Perhaps we'll have some things we can build by shortly here. Alright, yes. And the good thing is that while we're in our home house, all this stuff will stack up together in our big Our Things inventory. But you can see we've got like some electric parts, we've got wood, which is very important. Actually, every single thing is important in here. Clean water, which you'll need to essentially make just about any kind of food. Sugar, which is good for making moonshine. I never really got into that. I only played a few days myself. Parts, which we'll need. Components you'll need tons of. Lockpicks are going to be very helpful for just getting through locked doors, of course. Foods and herbs. Herbs have a chance to heal any injured characters, which actually I didn't check the status of each of the characters to see if they were doing okay or not. But I guess we'll find out in a moment. So, immediately we have the options to make a bed, a chair, a heater. We've got a metal workshop, which actually is really important. We could make moonshine still. We're going to need to make a rainwater collector. Workshop. You know what, I'm going to make the metal workshop first. And it's going to take him an hour. And hopefully, let's see. We got to tell him where to put the workshop. We're going to put it right next to the other spot here. Yeah, it's 9:10 a.m. So let's see. Each person... Oh, she's slightly sick. So let's see if we can actually get her to... Oh, I thought that we had some of the herbs actually all set and ready, but I guess not. And he's going to go there. These people are all just essentially ransacking this house that we are now going to live in for now. Grab all. Exit. And she... Oop, going to grab all of this as well. We've got lots of these herbs now. Okay. Oh, they can be used to make medications, so we don't actually have medications right now. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Oh, he finished making the workshop. Let's get into that. First things we're going to need. A shovel and a crowbar. I'm thinking a shovel is actually going to be needed first, because those piles of rubble... actually, we're going to make one of those. The piles of rubble like this and this will take hours to clear by hand, whereas with a shovel, it'll just take like maybe 20 minutes. So it's really big difference there. Let's have you go up to... Wow, nowhere without... might as well unlock that area, I guess. And we'll have you... Oops. See if you can make, yes, a crowbar, which is going to be key for actually opening several areas. So we're going to need to make one of those. Regrettably, we don't have the option to make a knife yet, which is going to be key for defending ourselves during the night. I often ended up taking it with me, and on the earlier missions, you don't really need a knife so much as others do. Alright, well, why don't you come on down here to this. Let's start working on that workshop. Alright, well, we've got a lockpick already. We've got a shovel. We've got that. We don't really need to have that person make any more stuff. You can actually... Oh, here we go. Alright, new stuff. We've got radio. We can make fuel for cooking and stuff, but what we need is water. Boy, we still can't make it yet. It'll require some of the components I've already used up. Wonderful. So you can see, sometimes it's difficult to actually do that. But you know what? We're going to make a bed, because we need at least one to start, or else everybody's just going to get totally tired all the time. And crazy as it sounds, I'm actually going to try and put it right by the front door. So that if somebody is sleeping for some reason, and we get busted into during the night, hopefully they can, you know, wake up straight away and stop the robbery from happening. Which, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, he's got the shovel, so you see how quick this goes. Now, if I have this guy here, come on downstairs and start working on this pile, you'll see how slow that is in comparison. Yeah. Yeah, not really going to work so good. So we're going to just have him come back here. This guy can open up this cabinet. And take all, which more herbs, lockpick, sugar, water, great. And then he is going to go and start digging through stuff. Alright, what else can we make? We don't need another chair. Radio would be helpful. Boy, that does use up all the last of those components, though. You know what, might as well, because it does tell you important information. Let's put the radio... Not in the kitchen, because I want to have the food there. So let's put it just right here. And place. And we're going to have her... You know what? I didn't have her actually check this spot. Oh, that's a bed. She doesn't need to sleep in it, but I guess she will for now. We could possibly have her go up here and open up this door with the crowbar. And this guy's making quick work with the shovel. This one here is setting up the, I can't remember what it is. Oh, the radio. There we go. Might as well... Oh, no. No. You go there. And you go here. The rebel leader instructed us to warn the listeners not to cross the front line. Failure to comply could result in death. Okay. Last time I didn't actually end up getting that until, day 5. So, I'm interested. Each day you get one new tip. Sometimes you'll find out that some things are their price or value has gone up. Other times you'll find out that you know, areas are not safe. You know, all sorts of interesting stuff here. You can come down here and pry this open. Now the crowbar, if you see here, it's actually got a durability meter on it. Same with the shovel. So the more you use it, the more often it breaks. But the lockpicks, they're one-time use and they're gone. So I save those if I can for when I'm out and about doing stuff. I might as well just have this guy working on digging here. It's 6:50, so it's starting to get late. We still don't even have water set up yet. What's she gonna get? Books, which are great. That actually keeps them from going a bit stir-crazy. And medicine. Oh, we're gonna need that, because I believe she's actually injured. So we're gonna have her go run up and, oops, get herself some medicine, and you are going to pry open this cabinet. Oh, which will have to happen tomorrow. So here's what happens. Around 8 o'clock, everything changes, and we go into night mode, which we'll follow any scavengers if we have any. So if you look here, they have backpacks with different capacities on them, 12, 12, and 10. So this is how much they can hold of different items. As she's slightly sick, I think I'm going to leave her here. I'm going to take the fast runner with me. He's going to scavenge. I could have her sleep in bed, and I could have Bruno guard. You know, I'm just going to have them both guard because neither one of them are sleepy right now. So I'm just going to have them both guard. They're going to wake. They're going to end up in the morning being tired, but we'll see how it goes. And you can see we've got different locations. Semi-detached house, shelled cottage, decrepit squat. It's not all the same stuff as I had last time either. Shelled cottage, some food, huge amounts of materials, some meds, huge amounts of weapons, lots of parts. Now, it also will sometimes say in there if there is, there it is, danger. I probably don't really want to go here unless I absolutely have to. But you can see it's got huge amounts of food, huge amounts of weapons, parts, meds. Probably has a lot of people in there that they don't seem friendly. Yeah. Decrepit squat. Huge amounts of materials, some weapons, lots of parts. So there's nothing really here for food, but we could get a lot of materials. So I'm going to go to the shelled cottage because there's at least some food. And lots amounts of materials and weapons. So let's go there first. So, you can also send them off with equipment. So if he takes with him a crowbar and a shovel, then he will end up having these with him, and he can use them to dig through piles, pry open doors, even a lockpick, so that he can get through areas. If I have a weapon, he could end up taking that with him. But if you have to also keep in mind, if I take these with me, the people back at the house don't have this, and they will have nothing to defend with. Right now, I'm going to risk it on the first night, and we're just going to scavenge with these 3 items. You know, I'm not even going to bring the lockpick. We're just going to scavenge with those 2 tools and see how we do. All right, here we are outside. The house is still burning. Is it safe to go inside? Oh, that's great. So first thing I'm going to do is I am actually going to just start looting outside. And already we've got tons of parts. Grab it all. Alright, and you saw there for a moment, there was some, yeah, there it is, the little pulse. That means that there's some kind of movement that I'm detecting inside. And you can see I actually have like this little glow, this little ripple effect around my character. Holy crud. And might as well take another piece of wood. We're just going to exit, and we're going to take a peek through the door before we actually go through. I see someone's dead hanging out the window, so that's never good. But you create sound by walking around. You see the little ripple effects, and if I end up running, it's a bigger ripple. If I just do a standard walk, it's much quieter. But opening doors, you pretty much guarantee that people are going to hear you. If they're, I don't know, within like this kind of range maybe, they might even hear you in the other room if the door is open, which is why you're going to end up peeking. And I see a light on, which is kind of scary, but we're just going to go in. Remember, the clock is ticking. If you wait too late or too early in the morning, then you're going to end up having trouble getting back in time. Your character might get killed, injured, all sorts of crazy things could happen. Food. We need all the food we can get. I'm going to leave the herbs there for now, and we're going to need all the water we can get. Alright, that was wonderful. Oh, that's fantastic. And you can see that inventory space is a really big factor here on what we can and cannot find. Let's see what we find here. Hopefully it's more food. Then we've got tobacco and the different rolling papers and such, coffee, electrical weapon parts, which may be needed for making a knife and or a gun. We don't have any right now, so I need 3 of those in order to make a knife, I believe. There is so much stuff here. I'm probably going to come back again tomorrow night. You know what, I'm just going to call this good, and we're going to exit. Oh, I should say that while I'm here, I'm in scavenge mode. If I switch to shovel, I basically am in a combat mode, and I'm using the shovel as a weapon. So that's something to consider, that you'll want to do that if you need to. But let's run to the exit and get on out of here. Day 2. Pavel is back, and he found plenty of really fine stuff. What a night. Yep. If only every night was quite that successful. Alright, continue. I really do miss the fact that, one of my characters before was a scavenger. So you see she's hungry, slightly sick. Oh boy, lots of bad stuff going on now, but we're going to have her make one of these, which is going to allow us to make water. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to have her make a crude stove, because we've got water at the moment. And we're going to place the crude stove right here by the fridge. And you're hungry and tired, so why don't you take a nap? I'm going to need you tomorrow night. You, come on down to the workshop. Actually, let's go to the metalworks bench. See if there's something we can make. No weapons, we can make those, but nah, nothing there yet. You can see, let's go to the radio, see if it's got any tips today. Nothing new today. Let's go back to the bench, see what else we can make while she's making the cook stove. Oh, I can't make the water now. So we're going to need more of the thing that I ended up putting back. Wonderful. It looks like we actually have more gear parts than I thought. Alright, well, we can at least make this. This is what we're going to need to put in the rainwater collector in order to actually get more water. I do end up needing wood after all. It really would be nice if I could upgrade these guys' backpacks, but we're going to have Katya here go get some medicine. And with any luck, he is going to end up being well rested, maybe halfway through the day, and then we could have somebody else take a nap. Alright, so you can see she's slightly sick on meds, but she's tired and hungry. Well, let's have her go here, and have him go there. And she can actually end up burning a book, or use pieces of wood. Make, let's make 2. Oh god. Let's make 4 and just be done with it. We always need more fuel to make stuff better. So there's nothing else we can do here unless we burn books or the last piece of wood. So he can start exploring more of the rest of the house. Let's actually zoom back out. We're going to have him go down here and bust open this place. I would just have these people explore more in the house, but I have to have them constantly helping themselves as well. Alright. You go to the door and talk to this guy. I haven't had any negative things happen at the door so far. Oh, looks like he got in first. Ooh. Take bandages, that's good. More herbs and books, just in time because the trader just got here. So what's it gonna be? And this isn't just like I guess it is some random trader really. He shows up from time to time offering goods, foods, materials, and so on in exchange. So you see down here we've got our exchange and his exchange. So if I want to say, alright, I have, you know, a bunch of these, I can just click that I want to offer up a whole bunch of those, And this is actually a really good way of getting a lot of materials you may need. Yeah, 2, 3, and so there's our 3 gun parts we'll need to try and make a knife. I can't remember the exact recipe for it, but food is going to be hard to come by later on, but shoot. Very generous of you. That means we're still in the... Won't do. Try harder. Alright, so I still have to offer more. Alright, there you go. So now he says, fine, we can have a deal. I can actually toss in a couple of these. This is actually really good right now. And get a bunch more stuff. Alright, there we go. Get to the point where he says he's going to try harder. And then we... There we go. Fine, we have a deal. Deal. And then I'm going to say, let's trade again. Because I still want to trade more stuff. A whole lot of goods. Oh, that's awesome. This is actually a really good start. So let's say deal. And then we're done. Thank you. Close the door. And she goes back to this station here. Meanwhile, you can come up here. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Basic items. We can make food on the stove, but that's all that can sit on the stove. To give an example, actually, let's go back to her. Oh wait, he's the one that should be cooking, so he's going to go up here. And we're going to have her go up... Oh, we're going to have her go sleep, because he's done. Then he's going to go up here and start clearing stuff away. No, he's gonna clear here. And then we're going to have the cook making stuff. So, on here, you see there's a dinner plate. On this spot... Oops, wrong guy. On this spot, you can actually store 1 or 2 meals in addition to what's in the fridge. And this uses up stuff in the fridge, but it heals things a lot better. You see it uses up 3 water, 1 food, which is just a little tiny portion, and 1 kindling. Well, I'm going to have him do the double, because it actually uses up 1 of this, 1 of this, 5 of that, 2 of those. It actually uses up less ingredients overall. Kind of, yeah, I guess it uses up 1 less water. So I'm going to do that. He's a faster cook, I believe is what this means, because he's a good cook. And then if I were to have him eat one of these morsels, he would still be hungry. It would just be like less hungry. You know, and then he'd have to eat another one. So in this case, you actually end up saving yourself the food. And he is going to eat himself some food. You go open that up, and then you can have some food. Alright. Grab all this stuff. Exit. And then you can come down here to have some food. And we'll have the cook come up here to start with that. And then when he's done eating, we can have him hopefully make something new. I'm hoping that we can get a knife. There we go. No more status effects. So let's have him come down here to the workshop. Actually, let's have him go down here. So I think that's where the knife is. Nope, I was incorrect. But that is where this is. So close. So close. We need more of these components. We're going to have to go back to that same place that we went last night. Our food stores aren't going to last forever. But hey, a knife. There we go. See, 3 of the weapon pieces. I knew that. Oh, and it uses up the gear parts. Alright, well, we're going to need it. So, let's make it. And we're going to leave the knife here with whoever's going to stay on guard duty. And hopefully that person will be good at guard duty. There we go. And grab all. Great, we got some more water, which we're going to need while we're making food at the moment. We want Bruno, who's tired, to come downstairs and start making more food. And then we're going to have Pavla, who's a fast runner. She's hungry, slightly sick, but on meds and recovering. Oh shoot, we can only make 1. What is it we're missing? Oh, the vegetable. Alright, well, might as well do it, because there aren't any more vegetables at the moment. They're hard to come by. And I know that there's some way that I should be able to make... Oh, there's a tank in the back here. Make a garden somewhere, but I don't know where. Alright, so let's see here. He's tired, so he's going to be sleeping in the bed. So you see there's a sleep option and sleep in bed. First time I did this, I slept. And that was very bad because then they get a poor night's sleep, which is just slightly better than not getting any sleep. And they're more prone to, I don't know, getting illnesses or injury or whatever. But they don't respond quite as well. So this guy here, fast runner, is going to be our scavenger. And I think the slightly sick and hungry person is going to be on guard duty. Now, I would have more people scavenge. I have tried this, and I was actually only ever to have one person go on the trip. Perhaps I did something wrong, but I don't know. Now, there are other places that pop up as you go. Look at this, St. Mary's Church just popped up. Caution advised, though. Possible trading, lots of parts, some meals, huge amounts of materials. Now, I really want to go back to the Shelled Cottage, so I'm going to do that. And then tomorrow night, we'll end up going out to probably St. Mary's Church or the Decrepit Squat. No, probably St. Mary's Church, so you guys can get an example of what it is when there is some caution in the area. Day 3. Pavel returns with yet another wonderful load of goodies. Yeah, look what I got. I got a whole bunch of components. And we've been raided. Yeah, this is why I got that knife. Someone came at night to take our things by force. Pavel had been searching for supplies and brought some really interesting things. That's all the stuff I brought. Someone tried to rob us. They didn't seem very determined, so they didn't do much harm. We had some weapon, but not enough for everyone. Really? None of us was wounded, but the attackers walked off with many valuable things. We are able to defend ourselves. Oh, they took 2 food. The tin cans are probably the most valuable food we had. They were 2 full meals. Seems that Katya is starting to feel a bit unwell. I just healed you. Lady, you're crazy. Yeah, alright. Why don't you go see who's at the door? Uh-oh. Neighborhood brats. Our mom is sick. Please help us. So, you talk to them. And you can actually say, give me a sec, because you don't even know what the heck they're asking for usually. I mean, with that sentence, I kind of knew. But, and the first time they showed up, they actually wanted 2 medicines. And I told them maybe later. And I only have 1 medicine now, and Katya keeps on getting sick. So I'm going to still say maybe later, because they should come back from that. Ah, something new. You're listening to Radio Pojuren. We regret to announce that our colleague Jovan died this morning. He was shot by a sniper on his way to work. He will be missed. Wonderful. That's very sad. Which is what this game is really all about. We do have 1 bandage and 1 medicine. Crud, those kids are going to come back in maybe 1 day, maybe 2 days. And Pavel here is going to scavenge because, well, he can run fast, and we might need to, because we're going to the garage. Alright, you're taking with you a crowbar, a shovel, and a lockpick, because I don't know what I might run into here. We're going to leave the knife and the rest of the stuff. I have thought before I could take my food with me, but who knows if Pavel ends up, getting killed or worse. Alright, I wonder if the owners are still around. So, here's something. You can actually end up climbing up here. Quite possibly. Oh, no. There's no easy route to get up there, so we're going to have him check this out first. Well, there's... Oh, okay, it continues on. What does this say? Someone scrawled on the wall, "No more hiding. We meet in heaven." Oh, yeah, that sniper shot in the background was wonderful. Alright, let's see if we can carefully crawl over here. You see that actually caused more sound as well. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're just gonna take and take and take until it hurts. Now sometimes your character can get up on these ledges. Whoa. Hey you, I need meds for my father. Got some? No, actually I don't. Oh. Alright, see this? This is bars, and in order to get through the bars, you need a saw blade. Oh my gosh. The components are real. Day 4. Plenty of really fine stuff. What a night. Yep, components. Components. Oh, we were not attacked. Thank God. That's fantastic. That gets us a little bit of food, a little bit more medicine, so we can trade for more food. Deal. No, that's it, dude. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic. Close the door. This part of town is dangerous, but I'll try to come again. Yeah, I greatly appreciate it. You're saving our lives here. Look at that. Enough sleeping. Everybody's good. We're completely out of food. But, oh, there's a supermarket. Danger! I don't want to go to the supermarket. Lots of food, lots of meds, lots of parts. Quiet house. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be the tough part. I'm going to show you guys the quiet house. I would much rather go to the garage and do the trade, but I'm going to show you what happens when we go to the quiet house. When this is over, I'm going to buy myself a house like this. Yeah. And this is where this game gets real. I'll take those. Free components just sitting out in the lawn. I don't think anybody minds. Nothing worth taking there. You can hear the gunfire in the background. A bunch of wood. Might as well take it. And here, let's see if there's anybody inside. Oh, there's an elderly couple. And the door is open. So once I open this door, I know, honey, I know. Maybe we'll have a nice dinner tomorrow. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. So, this is what happens. Oh, how did you enter? I pushed the door open, really. I know, I look like a mugger as well. My wife's sick and not in the mood for visitors. Perhaps I should have brought something to, cheer her up? I don't know. Are you gonna kill us? I don't have any intention on it. But, as we're out of food. And this symbol means stealing. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to. Why are you taking this? You can see here, private property. They have so much food. When I did this before, because my people were all on the verge of death because they were all starving, I ended up taking some food from these people. But you can see I'm taking a whole bunch. Taking about half their stuff and then leaving. Have mercy, don't take that. Yeah. And then we're running and leaving because I've checked. I hope he won't come back. Yeah, I hope I won't either. But there you go. You can see how that's bad in one way. There's another way that it's bad. And we'll see that in just a moment. What will happen to those people now? So it has an emotional effect on people. We've been raided. Someone came at night to try to take our things by force. Someone tried to rob us. They must have been more scared than us, so they didn't do much harm. We had some weapons, but not enough for everyone. Blank was wounded, but the attackers didn't steal anything. We were able to defend ourselves. Oh, so I'm guessing that was Bruno was wounded. Alright, so... And then we've got the stuff that we got back. Continue. So you can see, though, Pavel is now sad. And, of course, hungry. And Bruno is slightly wounded. So he's going to get some bandages. And she is hungry and tired. So I'm just going to have her sleep for now. And you can see it actually has an effect on people. They'll start talking. Keep thinking about that old man and his wife. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just going to keep going on. Like that. And then over time, it may end up affecting the other people as well. He's tired and sad, and she is hungry and tired. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's those kids. I have 2 medicine. Our mom is sick. Please help us. Well, he needs 2. Crud. Mommy's getting weaker every day. She can't wait any longer. Please, can you give us medicine for her, please? Well, this would mean that I can't trade for food anymore. So, yes. And there goes all of our medicine. And close the door on these kids. Oh my gosh. Alright folks, well I think I'm going to call it there, and you'll see that there are ups and downs to this war of mine, playing with these different characters. Over time you may end up gaining more people at your place that may come to the door, or you may end up getting raided. There are military personnel and outposts, much more dangerous things than sneaking around to be done. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I look forward to playing this more if people have an interest in it. I'd appreciate your comments below. And if so, please let me know. I guess that's about it for now. So, this has been one fantastic war of mine. Thank you, and until next time, see ya.